gentleman representing Sirlesque. I'm looking across the table at Dale Stones. Dale, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me out, Pat and Adam.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us, man. So you guys were on here a long time ago. I'm surprised you remember us.
Yeah, it was a different building. I mean, I remember walking up.
That one had sunlight.
Yeah.
We like this one now. We're happy here.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, thanks for having me out. I saw you, and I know you've been at a couple shows. I've seen you around, so it's just good to be back.
Yeah, man. Well, it's
Glad
good
I
to
know
have
I stand out in the crowd.
It's like
Who's that strange black man?
Brown. Hey,
Who's that?
All right.
I was to say, who's the guy with the badass cane? That's what I want to know.
Everyone else is going to the negative place. I want to thank you for keeping it classy, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to tell our listeners why you are here, sir?
Yeah, sure. So I'm the founder, or one of the co-founders of Boston's-based All-Male Burlesque Troupe Sirlesque, and we are having a really good run at putting a production together of Geek Peek 3, which is our annual nerdy themed burlesque show. The problem is we decided we were going to throw a plot element in, and we're going to make it Dr. Horrible strip-along blog.
Nice.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's gotten us a lot of bonus attention. A lot of people are coming in from all around to perform in it. It's right the same weekend as Comic-Con, and it's the same weekend as Alternatives. So it's just going to be.
You found the trifecta, holy grail of
Seriously.
Yeah, so I'm not going to sleep.
No.
Hard work
like
pays.
you're complaining, please.
Yeah, speaking of lawsuits, I hope people who found that created Dr. Horribles aren't going to find me and send me a letter.
Well, you can be that busy. No one's going to be paying attention to the bags under your eyes. Going to be probably looking at something else. I'm assuming with.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, just Dr. Horrible. What's that? The hammer?
Swing along, blog.
That is the hammer. That hammer is dangling.
Yeah.
Swing.
All right, so tell us about the show, man, because I've seen Dr. Horrible several times. I've seen several people do tribute shows. The Tesseract players, they do a pretty faithful tribute to Dr. Horrible. Have you guys taken influences from those, or do you have people as part of your show?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of nerdlesque influence in Boston and beyond. So I mean, like every single time there's a theme-based show, you get people crawling out of the woodwork saying, I got an act that maybe would fit the theme. We already got a guy in the troupe that has a Captain Hammer act, and we got the set of twins that were here last time on the show, confused the hell out of you guys. But yeah, they do Captain Hammer. We got a nice little clone bit that we're finally working in, taking advantage of the fact we got twins. No spoilers or anything, but we're writing up this whole plot element because I'm a huge fan of Dr. Horrible sing-along blog, and you can't watch that too many times in my opinion. So there's a chance to really write a new story, put the classic adversarial story in motion with Dr. Horrible and Captain Hammer, and just working that structural element to an otherwise mundane cabaret, and hopefully people really start rooting for characters by the end.
Hey man, I've seen the show. There's nothing mundane about you guys, all right? First of all, anyone who doesn't know Sirlesque, you're called Sirlesque because you're an all-male burlesque troupe.
Yeah.
We have a lot of burlesque dancers on the show. By the numbers, there's a lot of different troupes that do different shows here in Boston.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's so many disciplines at first. Horror burlesque, geek burlesque,
Rogue
traditional
burlesque,
burlesque, yeah.
classic.
Yeah, and there's going to be circus elements to it too. We have a couple aerialists coming in.
Wow, okay,
so yeah, we're writing them in. It's going to be great.
I'm always skeptical of going to these cat shows because it's like you got some dude up 50 feet in the air swinging, scantily clad, and just swinging. And I don't mean from the rings. I mean just literally up in the air, giving people the full money on the sucker. I'm just there like, they're like, oh yeah, no, I'm checking out his abs, baby, I'm sure. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not bringing a date here again.
I'm just gonna go talk to him. I see him later.
No, I mean, can you do burlesque? Sure, but can you do it 30 feet off the ground as a second interview?
Dude, I have the grip strength of a 12-year-old at this point. I'm like,
It's cold up there.
monkey bars.
Oh no, it's a good time.
Yeah, that's another thing.
You got to innovate.
Well, one of the cool things is like you mentioned nerd burlesque. You guys are fans of this stuff, and you do like cool themed shows.
Yeah.
Is this the first time doing Dr. Horrible? I'm actually not that familiar.
Yeah, first time doing Dr. Horrible. I mean, this is a new thing for us. I mean, plot-based shows and like telling that story on stage like throughout the entire evening is not something that's new to Boston, but it is something that's new to us. And I know that this is my first crack at actually writing the story. We got together. We had a lot of meetings. Yeah.
How much time did you spend on it altogether, just trying to put the story together?
Oh, jeez. Man, at least a couple of weeks. It was, we did a few drafts. Me sitting down with Jack Silver, who's going to be playing Captain Hammer. We're also bringing in Anya Keister from New York, who's actually the founder of D20 Burlesque, which is their quintessential city-based nerd.
I know them. Can I do a call out real quick as my favorite performer from there? Never actually met the guy, but cannot fault the burlesque name that I'm kind of upset. If I ever did burlesque, I'd want to be called Dick Move.
Dick Move, love that guy.
Dick Move.
It's too much.
It's like Dick Passion. It's like a great name to put it together. You can have that one. I'll give you that one. How about that?
You're very kind to
First time I heard his name, I couldn't even laugh. I just thought for a second, or looked
That's
skyward,
it,
and I was like, that's great.
You almost laugh in self-defense.
That came later.
Oh, Dick Move.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Pat just waved his cane at me.
I got excited. Okay, it was indeed a dick move. Well, okay, so you've told us about the show. You guys are fans. If anyone doesn't know Dr. Horrible, lay it down for us.
Yeah, totally. So it's a Joss Whedon production that they were able to put together with Neil Patrick Harris starring as a wannabe villain who's sort of having his up and coming story where he's trying to get into the evil league of evil, and the whole thing comes off as pretty pathetic because he's like really a nobody. He's really under-equipped to be in this situation that he's in. But then he is also trying to get the girl. There's also that element of trying to impress the girl and also defeat the enemy. But he's the anti-hero who you end up rooting for.
Yeah, dude.
Nathan Fillion's in it as well, right?
Nathan Fillion, Neil Patrick Harris, Felicia Day, who I personally have a thing for redheads because of.
I'm sure it's just her.
Wow, come on. You're supposed to get my single out, boy. That's cold.
I'm not throwing you out there.
It's like, okay, Pat's fetish is this. Like, what? Come on.
Let's put it on the air.
I guess no love, y'all. All right. One thing I love about Dr. Horrible also is the whole thing's like a half hour. You get the DVDs or you look it up online and things. It's like 4 hours long. It's mostly in extras. And so much work went into the show. Please tell me you've incorporated some of the outside of the direct story elements in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
In fact, I'd feel like I wasn't doing it justice if I were just copying the DVD just like straight off.
It's a straight adaptation. Yeah.
Because for me that's not good enough. Like I want to take a story and figure out what else people are going to find interesting about it. I want to see what else could Dr. Horrible do if he had the technology or the extra time, and how much past 11 can we crank the douchiness of Captain Hammer? How insufferable can we make him? And so we gotta think about all.
It's
those
a good
things.
challenge to throw down.
Yeah. So what we do, and so that's all sort of guided what went into writing the show.
Cool. Okay, now you guys are the creative minds behind it. I gotta ask, because I know folks occasionally do this. Are people coming at you with ideas? Like after every show, oh no, here's what you gotta do. You gotta put this in the show. What you really want to do is next time you flip it this way, and then you really want to say, I'm gonna punch you in the neck, sir. I'm tired, I'm sweaty. But no, is that a regular occurrence?
It's not a super regular occurrence, but it does happen plenty of times.
I'm sure you get
so many
people throwing ideas just for things to adapt next. Do you get that too? I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it goes off on tangents. Sometimes the tangents just go critically long. I mean, you get the one person like I was doing an Aquaman act. I love underrated superheroes. By the way, I don't know if that's a theme.
Like his hand off, the dedication.
Yeah. So, but there was a guy that came up to me after one show where he did this Aquaman number, and I was just never. I've never read much about the guy. Like I know who he is, I know what he's about. Like I understand it, but he's talking to me about, hey, you got to incorporate the alternate universe into the next one. And I'm just thinking, like, how, from a tech standpoint, am I gonna portray him destroying the entire world and
our production, you've seen it, right?
Yeah. And I couldn't I could take my shirt off faster next time. And it's just
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
I didn't know how to segue out of that conversation, but I mean that happens all the time, where you get someone who thinks, oh, you really need to do this, and then just...
Well, no, obviously what he's talking about is the Obsidian Age, where Aquaman went back in time and was reborn as the spirit of the ocean, and the giant Aquaman was responsible for sinking Atlantis, which is why in the present day, he was painted as the ultimate villain, and that's why he was really exiled, not for marrying an outsider, but for being the one who sank Atlantis to the ground.
You done?
I know the story, all right?
Nerddom.
I'm that guy.
He's him in fandom.
Yeah, so that's...
So can you maybe just throw some of that in there? I don't know.
Excuse me, what you really want to do, if you really want to make sure that you have your proper hand, not the hook hand, but the spiritual water hand that Aquaman had between episodes.
I worked that into the costume. And that's the abridged version, But that's why I don't do superheroes that I don't research anymore. So that's I don't want to be the imposter. I don't want to be the guy who gets no way to segue out of the conversation.
What do you guys usually pick to adapt? How do you guys vote on that?
For me, it's just hair color. Okay. Maybe like, hey, you look like Steve Rogers. And that'll be it.
That'll work. You do. I didn't even. Damn.
You look like a cross between Steve Rogers and Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, I don't know.
Thanks
Before. It's a good look.
Yeah. So
only a man who's patriotic,
the hell with you
and only a
and your
man
good
whose
looks,
ass is narrow can really perform as Steve Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
So how did you guys all come together as a troupe too? Just so many like-minded people.
Yeah, so total accident. So I got to Boston. I worked in a restaurant with someone else who's doing burlesque at the time. The quick version of this is Jenny Jules of Rogue Burlesque, formerly of Rogue Burlesque. She doesn't perform anymore. But she brought us me and my best friend at the time to a bunch of different shows, and he got to be an extra in one of those shows, and he was like, "When can I be in the next one?" They were like, "Why don't you start your own troupe?" And he was like, "Fine." And then I was the first person he asked.
Was it? Well, why don't you start your own troupe? Or, hey, why don't you start your own troupe?
Yeah, that's how it happened. That's how it happened.
Start my own troupe with the Ninja Turtles in the sewers.
Exactly. I mean, but there weren't any guys at the time doing it. So
Right. So how many? Are there any other troupes now? The male?
Yeah, that's a
no. But
you're the only male burlesque show in Boston.
Foothold on
right. But I don't like being gatekeepers in the fun pool, as it were. So I mean, so what I do is I teach a class for male burlesque or aspiring male burlesque performers, and I'm actually going into the 4th class and amateur showcase coming up this September.
Oh wow, good for you, man.
Guys, I see a lot of ready folks at this table.
hey man, I am right
see
there.
That twinkle in Pat's eyes
When you have the first plus size class for beginners, I am right there.
I second that motion.
You just say the word.
You heard the ladies. Pat's coming back in style.
Ken's ready to go.
Hey, he's the most dapper guy here.
That is a snazzy shirt, my brother.
I had an ascot. Took it off though.
Oh, see, now you're showing off.
Hey, if you can do that, I'll find a stage for you.
Go ahead, man. Hop on the table.
Slap it on the table.
Actually, nah. Yo, give me a backbeat. You got to keep it funky. All right, now screw it. We have no idea where.
He's like, yeah.
I'm so far off the point of this show. So we're talking to Dale Stones. Give us an idea of when the show is, man.
August 14th and 18th. Now, if you had to wait that long for it, I wouldn't be here.
Well, now you're building up the anticipation.
Yeah. No, it's August 14th and 18th, and that's a Sunday and a Thursday. Tickets are available now, and we're releasing promo videos done the Dr. Horrible style. So if you follow us on Facebook, you'll be able to find the ticket links.
Where is it at? I'm sorry.
It's going to be at Oberon in Harvard Square.
Okay. Oh, cool. That's 2 Arrow Street.
That is right.
Right here in Cambridge.
There you go.
That's right.
All right, cool. Okay, so if I'm just one of these listeners who is not up on Dr. Horrible, not up on Sirlesque, and I want to find you guys online for more information.
Sure. Sirlesque.com. SIRLESQUE.com.
Cool. And you mentioned the social media. How can I find you guys on Facebook, Twitter?
Sure. You can find each of us individually. Anybody who's in the show, us performers love maintaining our social media. So find me, Dale Stones, on Facebook. Just give me a friend request, send me a message.
Cool. He's open to stalkers. You heard it right here. All right,
come at me.
All right, so the show right here at Oberon in Cambridge, and look up Dale Stones or any of the members of Sirlesque, and check out Sirlesque at sirlesque.com. And dude, Dr. Horrible, man, I'm jazzed.
Yeah, man.
I'm jazzed.
Oberon Theater, dude. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. One more thing. Our mutual acquaintance Kevin Harrington is going to be the co-host on the second installment. So
nice.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little bit of variation between the two. So that comedy element will be present.
The original polar bear himself.
Yeah. I don't know why he hasn't called in yet, but Polar is not happy.
No, it's okay. He's somewhere just like hosing cats down with salsa. So I think he's got more important work to do. But no, quick shout out to Kevin. He was actually on the show last week. He's a representative of Lay Waste Games, and they came on nice enough to regale us with the latest information on their products. And now we also find out he does cool stuff too.
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, so
Hey, you do cool stuff too?
I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I also got him on stage to do striptease. Man, he's every discipline. He's got a thumb in every pie, that guy.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait, are you sure you can handle that? Because, I mean, you all are good-looking fellas, but Kevin gets up there and it's like, okay, ladies, undoes his shirt. Wow, he had it tucked in and rolled under his armpits.
Yeah,
it's like
he did a Bucky routine from Winter Soldier, So he got up there and he won runner-up.
Okay,
he had little star tassels. He was twirling. He was showing it. He went up there. He straight killed it.
Wow. Okay, I hope there's video of this somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is in a safe somewhere, close to guarded.
All right, so shout out to Kevin Harrington. All right, look up Sirlesque online and be sure to check out the Dr. Horrible Burlesque at Oberon. That's once again on
August 14th and 18th.
August 14th and 18th.
Sunday and Thursday.
Cool.